Hey guys, welcome to the 13th HTML tutorial. And we were in the last tutorial we were discussing how to make a table in your HTML document. So this was the file that we had written in the last tutorial, and yes, this is what it looks like, the table that we have written. So yes, how did we write the table? We used a table tag, and inside table tag we used three row tags, that is tr. So the way we write tables in HTML is first we write table, then we write rows, and then inside rows we write the columns. And so for rows we use tr tags. So inside table there are many tr tags, closing and starting, and inside the tr tags we have either data columns for which we use td, or we have header columns for which we use th. So header columns looks a little different from the data columns. This is our data column where we have used John and Adam as name and 24 and 26 as age, and this is our header column. We didn't actually made it bold actually, just because we used th tags. It is a little different from td tags, so that we could distinguish our header columns with data column cells. Okay, so in this tutorial, in the last tutorial I have said that this tutorial will be about merging the rows and columns, but there are certain things that I missed in the last tutorial, so we'll be looking at that, and merging of rows and columns will be covered in the next tutorial. So in this tutorial we will see first that we can arrange our header columns even vertically. Here we can say it's horizontally, so we can make it like name and age is here and name here, and then we can put John, Adam in front of name, and 24 or 26 in front of age. So we will see now we will see how we will do that. Okay, so this is our HTML document for the table that we created in the last tutorial. Okay, so what we have to do, the basic funda of doing that is that the way we create tables is inside table tag we write row tags. That is like an absolute truth, a gospel. So we use tr tags. So, and inside the tr tags there are components. It's not that it will be only ts tags or it will be only td tags. It could be a combination of th and td. The basic funda is the number of the components inside tr should be equal for all the rows. So if inside tr we use two td tags, then in other tr tags, in other rows also we have to use two columns. It could not be three columns, otherwise our table will break. So if there are two columns in first row, then it will be two columns in all the rows. Okay, so now those two columns, they could be data column, or they could be header column, or they could be a mixture of that. So now we have to make previously we had made a horizontal header, because in the first row we use headers. So the first row was header, as you can see here, and since first row was the header, so it was like a horizontal arrangement of headers. So now we want to make our headers vertically. So you can imagine now there will be a header tag, th tag, in each row, because in first row there will be name, in the second row there will be age. So this time the table will not be like 3 rows and 2 columns. This time it will be like 2 rows. One row will be for name, another row will be for age, and this time there will be 3 columns. First column will be for the header tag, second column will be first data column like John, and second column will be for the another data column Adam. Okay, so you have to imagine these things in your mind, that now the structure of our table is a bit horizontal rather than being vertical. So it's like 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so now we have seen we have to make our headers vertical. So it means in each row there will be a header. So rather than putting all the headers in one row, we will put one header in each row. And since we want to start our row with a header, so header will be the first column like this. Okay, yes, now there is a discrepancy. We have one column in first row, 3 columns in second row, 2 columns in third row. So we are wrong so far. so we have to arrange it. So in the first row, first column is a header. In the second row, first column is a header. So now we know in the first row the second column will be a name. We have to rearrange it. We have to imagine these things in our mind, and after that everything is easy. We put John here. Okay, so John will be in front of name, just side by side. So again, this is a name row. Okay, so Adam will also be in the same row. Previously it was like there were name columns and age columns. This time there will be name row, age row. We have changed the orientation of our table. So we are done with our name row. First column was name tag, name header, and rest of the columns in that row were names of different people. Okay, so now we are in our second row. Again, this is an age row, so the first column will be the header, that is age. Now after that we have to put names. Now we have to put ages, but ages should be respective. Okay, so here it is John, so after age it will be the age of John. Okay, so age of John is 24, so this is as it is, we will put that. After John's age we have to put Adam's age. Adam's age is this. We'll put it here. Now just to make it look beautiful, yes, we'll put it like this. We need not the third row. There is only two rows. One is name row, another is age row. So we will get rid of this. Control S. Now we will see the change of orientation of our table. Yes, this is the name row, the age row. We have only two rows, and each row, first column is the header column. The first column in first row is name header. The first column in the second row is age header, and after that there are respective columns like John and Adam. Here the age of John, the age of Adam. Okay, you have to make sure that we do not mix up the columns. I mean 24 is the age of John, 26 is the age of Adam. Okay, so that was about the changing of orientation of headers in our table. Another thing, a very short thing that we want to discuss in our table, sometimes we want to put captions in our table. Okay, something is written somewhere here, like this is a table of name and ages of football players or something like that. We want to put it here like caption. So wherever you move this whole table, that will also move with that. We can always write things here, and they will be just above the table. But suppose you move your table, those things will remain there. Okay, if we write here like yes, but this is not a caption. Caption is like it is very much attached to our table. So we will see how to write a caption for a table. Okay, so for caption, before starting your first row, you have to use another tag, that is caption. Okay, now inside caption tags you have to write what you want to write here. You have to close the caption tag. Now you have to reload your file. Yes, this is the way. Now wherever you move this table, this will move along with that, and this will be very much symmetrically placed with respect to that table. Okay, now you can see the difference using here just p tag, anything you write, and using the caption. So captions are like some heading attached to your table. Okay, so that was all for this tutorial, and I just want to always make my tutorial short so that you do not get bored, but you might get bored even in the short tutorial. So hope you like this tutorial, and do tell me how do you like the tutorials, what else should I do so that I could improve the quality of the tutorials. And yes, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, thanks, bye, happy HTML learning.